AI shit is definitely not threatening at all. And like for yourself too, like 606, like it's like, bro, that shit is not a threat for people who really love this shit. So it's really
Yeah.
a threat for like rookies and shit like that. But it's a helpful tool though. It's definitely a helpful tool. I tell people, I give people both of it. I don't want to be lopsided, but
Mm-mm.
I'll use it for what I needed to do. But I ain't
Yep.
never gonna rely on a computer. I ain't. It's just not in me to do that.
It's not.
Like
I
I
don't think it
can't
is
see that.
for a lot of guys who come from a certain area, or era, or certain cloth, or their process and the way they work is it may be genuine art and they may be meticulous in what they do. But I am going to start, finagling with it and trying to figure out different things to do with that shit because it is a helpful tool. I'm not just gonna
Yep.
throw it off to the side, but I want to try to make it work and see what I can generate with it and
Hmm.
see how things goes while using it because that is the next revolution for us or evolution of things,
For sure.
to push everything through AI and through the internet and social media and everything. So I do
Yep.
want to utilize it and make sure that it works for me and not against me. But the main thing is, this voice is golden, and you can tell if you're listening to the voice or if
Yep.
you're listening to a program. And there's certain things and patterns that we all have. We all have a signature to everything we do. So there's certain things that you just want to keep and be able to do on your own. For you guys are
Yeah.
more behind the boards and you can produce and you can do things like that. Me, it's just the production of watching shit take place and saying things should go this way or me rapping and getting involved that way. Now, if I'm
For
doing
sure.
this, I can do episodes by myself and create episodes by myself, but what I like is the enjoyment of getting other people involved and talking about what they have going on, their love for music and the love and the passion for the things that they do and the things that draw them inspiration. So that's the dopest part about it. This part right here, the creating and production of this can either be easy or it can be hard, but I enjoy the process of it because there's a learning experience in it the whole time while I'm doing it. I
Right.
don't know all this shit. I don't know. I told Six and I told Agent Smith, dude, I understand why this shit is so fucking difficult and y'all like to be left alone when y'all actually get into the engineering phase of this.
Yeah.
I
I
get
think
it
Yeah.
like
now.
it's
Yeah.
there's layers to it though, bro. It's layers to it because like some people love to be in a competitive space when they writing, and they got to be in the room with other MCs or other songwriters in general to bounce ideas off of, or to be motivated by them. And then you got the others who just got to separate themselves and just get in their own bubble. Like I've been in rooms where rappers couldn't write their best work in the same room with me, so they had to go in another room and they come back
Yeah.
and just totally murder it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got others who like they hear what you're doing and they immediately turn into a monster. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They pen game just go up a notch. So it's like it's nuances to it. I
Yeah.
think that what AI does, because all it is, like I always say, it's just an algorithm calculator. All it does is take all the differences it puts everything in categories, and then it parses them out, and then it feeds you back exactly what you asked for based on your prompt. So if you want to use AI as a tool to help you engineer better, all you got to do is know what the hell you're asking it to do.
Mm-hmm.
But better
Of
yet, don't even
course.
ask
Specific.
it to do it.
Be
Tell
get.
it to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Tell it
And
specifically what you
yeah.
want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can't do it on its own. It's not sitting there waiting on you just to show you some shit it came up with. It's literally waiting
Yeah.
on you.
You're in
You know what I'm
control of
saying?
it, basically.
Yeah.
You
And
are.
it's like, and it reminds me of the introduction of the sampler. When the sampler was invented, man, people was losing their minds. And now it's the most common tool in most people's studios. Hell, it come pre-installed on all the DAWs that come out now. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Every DAW has a sampler in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and it's not even necessarily about the how divisive the software is. It's about who's using it and what they're using it for.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? So if you're
For
really good at
sure.
what you do, it won't even matter because shit, hip hop never stopped. Prince from being a musician.
Yeah. It's not a threat for people who really take their craft seriously. And I'm glad you brought
Yeah,
up Prince because Prince was against all the shit. He was against the shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
it's
He
even
found
at
a
a
way. He
it's even
found he
at a
found a
yep.
way to make it make sense for him.
Exactly.
When
It's
when
worse
when
now
Prince
though.
started sampling and stuff, he was sampling and taking little sound bites and putting them in his songs and stuff like that. He found a way to use it as a tool that works for him. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Or you take the flip side of that when live instrumentation really became a part of hip hop. It like blew everybody away when they started, oh shit, you can actually do this with a band.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was so used to a DJ and a producer in the studio chopping up other people's records and making beats with it. They
And
didn't know
it's
that, oh shit, this could be dope with that.
this
The
and
Suave
it
House era. You know what
and
I'm
it
saying?
enhanced a lot of people's tours. A lot of people's tours turned into something spectacular from taking that little piece. We even if it was just a three-piece band with the
Yeah.
DJ, so a lot of people was able
It,
to build off that and make it something even greater. So I definitely
it breathed
agree.
it started to breathe new life into the genre. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it really just comes down to like um, how creative you are. You know what I'm saying? How open minded you are with that creativity and how determined you are to get your ideas out. Because
For
shouldn't
sure,
none of these new inventions should step on your ability to create. The industry shouldn't step on your ability to create because the industry is just a business.
for
But
sure.
creativity is creativity.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you preaching. It's definitely like that. Like nothing should stop you to be able to create whatever it is, whether it's painting, whether it's rapping, singing. I totally agree
Right.
with that. Um, I don't even think money should stop you. That's just me. People always
No.
make that excuse. It's a lot of shit that can get in the way, but I know personally, we only can speak for ourselves, but I know that me, I never saw a challenge in creating. Getting into certain levels and getting my visions out, that's different. But to be able to create it and have it like tangible, oh, this is done, like that's never a problem. So it should never be able to stop anybody. Like you gotta create. It's just like breathing. If you're a
Yeah.
creator, which we all are, you know what I'm saying? If you really a creator from the origins of ourself, our inner self, that's what we supposed to be doing. But nothing should be able to stop you from doing that.
For real.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, 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 welcome back to the podcast with your punk ass. My guest today is Spit Nelson. Peace, brother. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. It's definitely a pleasure meeting y'all, brothers, and definitely, I'm so happy I could chop it up with y'all. So I appreciate y'all.
Man, I appreciate you a little
All
bit
right.
more than you think because this is one of the first podcasts that I'm doing for probably what, maybe 6 months or maybe even more. I took a break from
So
For the
everything.
season at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my first one. I did that one with you six, and then I just stopped.
Right.
And
it's
and
perfect. It's perfect because this
yeah.
gonna be the one. It's
hmm
perfect
And
because
we're
it's the
gonna,
one right here.
oh yes, sir. We're gonna move forward off of this one. So with that said, where you from, brother? Where you from? Talk to me.
Man, I'm from Jersey, man. New Jersey, North Jersey grew me, South Jersey raised me. I'm originally from North New Jersey. I lived in South Jersey also, but I done been all over, man. I done spent like I would say 8 years in Boston. I spent some years in Florida, so I'm connected in a lot of places, but my roots are in New Jersey, and I'm currently in New Jersey, and I'm in New York all the time as well, but Jersey's my home.
Word, word, word. Now you're saying you from Jersey. Are you a fan of boxing, sir?
Huge fan of boxing.
Get out of here.
Huge fan. Shakur Stevenson. I mean,
My man. That's all I wanted to know because that's where I was going with
yeah,
this shit right away. Come
yeah.
on. Come on. Yes, sir.
Shakur Stevenson,
Yes, sir.
definitely the most underrated boxer I've seen in years. I mean,
Mm-mm.
for people who know boxing, I think he's underrated.
Okay. So for those who are listening, Shakur Stevenson is a champion at lightweight. He's at 135 pounds. He started, I think, 122 and then 126, and he's currently at 135. Or I think it was 126 and then 130 and 135. This is a fighter who most people who would not fight because they say he runs. And if you really look at his style, he doesn't run. He's just a defensive fighter. He picks up his feet and he moves from side to side. He has lateral movement. He's very good on his back foot, so he doesn't let you get off punches on him. If you look at the stat sheet, you will land as an opponent, you will land between 15 to 19% of the punches you throw. So if you
That's
throw a
right.
thousand punches at a fight, you're probably gonna land 12 punches around. Good luck.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm
Good luck.
saying underrated.
12 punches for the entire fight. I'm sorry, 12% of the punches for the entire fight. So that's
Copy, copy.
112. That's 120 punches. So
And
divide that times 12 rounds and figure it out.
and side note, I'm saying underrated in terms of fans,
Gotcha. I hear
like the
you. I hear
casual
you.
fans,
I
because
hear you.
it's
The casual fans do not understand that or they do not care about it. They care more about the engagement and punching each other in the face and knocking each
yeah,
other
they
out.
want
And
brawl, they want like the brawler
Want to
shit,
yeah, they want you
brawl.
and I
Yeah, they
get it.
want to brawl,
So,
they want
yeah,
you
they want brawls.
to beat each other
especially in
brains
the
out.
modern era.
But for those who don't understand, it's not called knockouts or brawl out. It's called boxing. You are
Yeah,
using the entire ring to your advantage, and there will be offense from defense and everything like that. So I'm glad that you said that because we can get right into that, and dismiss a lot of shit. We'll get back to the music side of that. What did
for
you think
sure.
about that fight against William Zepeda?
I feel like it was an easy fight. I feel like it was he was never really in no danger. They tried to make it a highlight. I feel like he needs bigger fights. I feel like Zepeda only chance he had was to kind of make it dirty, but you really can't do that with a person who's that tactical,
Mm-mm.
that nice. Like you just can't. You don't have a chance if you're banking it on that. You got to have skills to be on that level, and you got to have skills to be able to win against a champion like that. So when I looked at the card, I thought it was an easy fight. I'm looking forward to him fighting better fighters. No offense to Zepeda, but he's cool. But it's just levels to the
I
shit.
think
So
Zepeda is a good fight. I think that was a great fight for him to have and to push both of them, Shakur and William Zepeda to the top to where everybody could see them. William Zepeda is great for boxing and great
for
for
sure,
entertainment, right? He's
yeah,
great for entertainment, but
it's
he's
levels though.
yeah,
It's
it is.
levels.
As far as skill goes, he's not the fighter that you look at and go, "Whoa!" Like this is the guy
Yeah,
that's gonna really do it for Shakur. Like he did push Shakur. I'll say that, but I think that more of that was more of Shakur saying, "I'm gonna let this guy do what he's doing, but I'm gonna
yeah.
show y'all that in the midst of him throwing these punches, he really ain't doing shit. It's
So
just
that's
me."
the thing. Shakur could have moved around a lot more, but he didn't. He said, "I'm gonna stand in front of this guy to show you that he can't do nothing with me," and he made it an easy fight. So that he just proved a point. So when people talk shit later,
Yeah.
it's kind of just nullifies the
I watched one
Yeah,
of the
the
interviews he
highlight
had
reel.
after the fight, and he said, "I took more punishment than I needed to." And I said, "Yeah, you did. You stood there against the ropes, and you let this guy punch you and hit you, and you didn't have to. You could have moved. You could have had lateral movement. You could have boxed on your back for you. It's a lot you could have done to keep him off you, but you didn't do that. You wanted to show people that you could take a punch and still stay in the fight and be game, and your hands would last the entire time. I felt that spit, my man. I felt had he just stayed in the middle of the ring or used the outskirts of the ring,
yeah.
the middle area of the ring to do the same thing, it still would have been a masterpiece. It would have been a technical masterpiece, and he would have walked out of there with an easy victory, with an
But they
easy
would have,
dub.
but they would have said it was a boring fight.
They gonna say that anyway about. So let's
He-
say
he-
let's just do this. Let's just call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. They gonna say that about black boxers anyway because they say we don't like to engage and we don't like to fight, which we do,
for
but
sure.
we pick the terms on when we're going to engage. It ain't gonna be the whole fight. I'm not
Yeah,
going in there to just get my head beat in. I'm
yeah.
gonna pick the terms on when this fight and the engagement takes place,
You
and
gotta be smart.
that's when the tactician comes out. That's when the skill in you comes out. That's when all that comes together to say, hey, I'm gonna pick this moment right here to fight in this sequence. I'm gonna win this sequence because I'm gonna choose when you engage with me and everything like that. But
Yeah,
they don't like to see shit like that. They want to see motherfuckers
yeah,
just go in there and just throw punches and hurt each other. So salute to
yeah.
Williams Zepeda. I appreciate him taking that fight.
Definitely a good fighter, but
Yeah.
just like we said, levels to it.
Levels.
Yeah,
I give him his credit, but Shakur is A1, man. It's gonna take somebody out there who can really push him. So if Tank decides not to take this fight, or he gets into some more trouble from what we're hearing, and he'll have he might have a case to deal with soon. I would
yeah,
love for him and Lamont Roach to fight. I would love for them to fight.
yeah. That'll be a cool fight. That'll be a cool. Definitely, I'll watch it. It'll be a good fight.
Definitely, I would definitely watch that fight. Okay, so what did you think about Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz? I thought that was dope. I
So I
picked Shiraz, by the way. I did pick Shiraz
so
from the beginning.
I predicted he was gonna win anyway
Mm,
because I think Edgar Berlanga is I think he's good for boxing
hmm
as far as the look of boxing. But fighter, like I don't really see too much special from him. Again, I'm giving my opinion. I feel like dudes like Caleb Plant and there's other dudes, even though Caleb Plant just lost, but it's dudes who are more skilled than him. I feel like he had a couple good fights, but I wasn't too impressed by him from the beginning.
No, I'm not. I'm not that impressed with
Yeah,
Edgar.
not impressed by him. I think he'll bounce back. He's still young. He could do his thing if he gets better.
He can.
But that dude is a beast. That dude shouldn't even be fighting at that weight. But he's a beast. He earned it and he got busy.
Yeah, he did get busy, and I think the reason why he took that fight was because, like they were saying, that they're trying to set him up to fight Canelo next, after Crawford.
That's the big topic. We could be here all day talking about that. But
We will we ain't gonna do that. But
yeah,
I
that's
just
the
want to
big
talk about
topic
the
right
fight in
there.
general, and I think that through the course of this fight, Hamza Shiraz showed that he wasn't scared of no punk because that's what they're trying to say
Mhm.
about the last fight when he fought Adamas. And I thought that he really won that fight against Adamas. I think he should have used his jab a lot more, which he didn't
Mhm.
do. But I think he did win the fight. It's just that he didn't use that jab, and he wasn't active enough. But being with
Yeah.
Andy Lee now, because Andy Lee comes from that crunk gym, they're gonna show him, yo,
Yeah.
this is natural, this is secondhand crunk gym shit. Left hand jab, right
Mhm.
hand, straight right hand.
Yeah.
That's just hard shit that they teach in that crunk gym, and Andy
Yeah.
Lee has all that. So I think that's
Yeah.
something that they'll work on with him, and he'll be able to put it together with Andy Lee as his trainer. But I think it
For
was a
sure.
dope fight, and I think I did like it. All right, so I'm gonna move on past that one. Usyk versus Dubois. I had picked Usyk. Who did you pick?
I picked Usyk 100%.
Hmm.
I picked Usyk versus Fury both times, and if Usyk would have fought Joshua, just a better fighter, just a
Yeah.
much better fighter, mentally tough, more
Hmm.
skilled, just very sharp. Like he's a machine. So but I think he lost the first fight against Dubois. I feel like that wasn't a low blow.
I felt
That's
that way
me
too.
being real. But he's a better fighter. He got lucky with that one, and it happens sometime. But he's just a better fighter. From the first, second round, you could just see it. You could
Yeah.
see it. Just
Yeah.
sharper. And Dubois, he's okay.
I felt that way too watching that fight, especially when he landed that hard shot to the body and Usyk folded up. I was like, oh, and they said, no, no,
Yeah,
no, he got hit in the nether regions. I was like, no,
yeah,
yeah, I helping,
yeah.
yeah,
That
helping
was
that man
fake.
out.
That was
But
definitely fake.
yeah, but it hurt his confidence so bad that he almost didn't want to finish that fight. And that was
Mhm.
one of the things I didn't like. It was like, yo, get back on your game, my man. Continue to fight.
Yeah,
Like press this guy out and go back in and get the win because that's what you need.
yeah,
That's what you need. You got to get the
yeah.
win. You got to get the win. That's what you're here for.
He
And when
could
he,
do. Dubois could be better, but I feel like he need better coaches, man. His aggression, he should be just a madman. Like
mm-hmm,
he looked poised, but you don't need that from him. He's a monster. He needs to be aggressive and he needs to just be a beast. Like
100%. I agree. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Definitely,
So
definitely. All right. So that was the latest fights. You know what I'm saying? Going on. Let's jump back into this. Your early influences in music. Who were they?
early influences.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
my early influences, I would say definitely Jay Z, Nas.
Mm,
But my first real thing that made me want to rap was actually Outkast.
okay.
I actually heard Outkast and I said, "Wow!" I was like, "They from Atlanta? They rapping like this?" And I
Mm-hmm.
heard it, and it was just spectacular lyricism and good beats and everything. And me living on the East Coast, I hear all the stuff, you know what I mean, that's around me. But hearing that, that's one of my influences as well. But I would say Bob Marley. I would say definitely like wow, like MF Doom even. MF, I'm a
Ooh.
huge MF Doom fan. I like creativity. I like people who are true to themselves, and I also just like I really love good projects. So people that put out good projects that I can listen to over and over.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like my influences because I'm from the CD era. I done had CDs that I done listened to 500 times. You know what I'm saying? So I like good projects. I like good lyrics, and I like people who have their own identity. So that's just some of them, but it's plenty. I can go on for days.
Okay, yeah, well, we about to
Question.
find out.
So, what are like the top criteria that determines if this album got staying power with you?
So I would say production, lyrics. Um, so production and lyrics, but also the feel too. It gotta make me feel something. You know what I'm saying? You could be dope, you could be spitting it down, you could be nice, but I gotta feel something too. It's a lot of people are nice, but does any of that music resonate with me? And a lot of the times, the artists that I like, it could be two lines, it could be a hook, something resonates to me. Like even I go back to like one of my favorite J albums. A lot of people like Blueprint. And I remember when I heard I sell ice in the winter, I sell fire in hell. I'm
I
a
am a hustler,
hustler.
baby.
I'll sell water to a well. I said, oh shit. I said, did this guy just that's a what's that, a double entendre? He said a well? I said, oh shit. Or is he talking about a well? And that was me as a young boy, like thinking like, is he talking about an
Right.
actual well that you put the water in or a well that's in the ocean? So
Talk
that
about it.
shit,
Cause
yeah,
that
that
was
shit
crazy.
hit me.
That was a crazy
So
line.
so so bars like that and things like that, I hear it and I'm like, these guys are so creative and he's representing that hustler mentality and I felt
Hmm.
that. Like, yo,
Right.
I'll sell this to like that line, it sounds over the top, but it's some real shit if you really trying to get it. So lyricism is definitely key, but I gotta feel something, man. And that's why with my music I try to make sure that, I'm sharp with my pen, but I want people to feel something as well. So
Man, and
I'm like, I'm with you 100% right there. For
yeah,
real.
that was that other line he said that cop the coupe with the roof gone and switch plates. Uh,
mm-mm-mm.
what do you say? Something dictate, never take orders. Man, that shit was
Yeah, that whole
yeah,
sequence of
yeah,
bars is like
yeah,
from that, like
yeah,
on You Don't Know. But it's
yeah,
plenty of
yeah,
lines and there's plenty of artists who I hear something and it hits me a way that I gotta run it back. Like
yeah,
I have no choice. Like
yeah.
so I'm a music lover, so I pay attention to the small details and that's something that I say that like has always kept me searching for music because I'm always
Hmm.
listening so intricately and always like really just paying attention to the things that a lot of people might miss. You know what I'm saying? It might even be an ad lib or something in the background, but I'm always paying attention because I love this shit.
Hmm. Hmm. What attracted you to MF Doom growing up or listening to music?
So I actually didn't get into MF Doom until college, really. So I
Hmm.
played college basketball, and I was in Boston. I played college. It wasn't D1, it was D2. But I got busy, and
Okay. Along. Okay. We're
and
gonna talk
I
about that. Yeah.
and I remember being in college, and I remember hearing MF Doom for the first time, and it was actually his group. I forget the group name right now. I've been drinking, but I heard the group first, and then I started checking out his projects, and I think I really loved like the cartoons and the comic books that he used to sample from, and I think that caught me the most. But when I heard the lyrics and the shit he was saying, I said, "Oh, this guy's fire. He's amazing." And I realized he wasn't trying to be commercial. He wasn't chasing a bag. He was just doing what was close to his heart and creating. And I felt like thinking about his music, he's just in a room somewhere or a dirty basement, chopping samples, rhyming, smoking a blunt, and creating some shit that we was listening to in college. So I just put myself in that mindset, and I just man, his lyricism, I think he's one of the best lyricists in my opinion. So it just being in college, staying up late, working on papers and stuff like that. I would listen to his music and I had to buy it because it was good quality, and I always liked his cover art too. I'm a big stickler on cover art too. Like I want to see everything. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could take a photo and do it in Photoshop and do whatever, but some people really, put some time into what they trying to do. So
Absolutely. 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 For a second there, you while you were talking, you spoke on hooping. Was it
yes, sir.
basketball or was it football? What was it?
It was actually field hockey.
Field hockey. You play field hockey, sir.
I'm bullshit. It was basketball,
Okay, I was
100%.
about to
No,
say,
nobody in Jersey plays field hockey. I
I was
don't
about to
think.
say,
Nobody that I know plays.
what niggas in Jersey were playing field hockey, my
Nah, we don't
nigga.
play field hockey. We play
I
basketball. We play football. Some play baseball,
there it
but it was
is.
100% basketball.
All right. So let the people know how tall you are then.
So I'm about 6'3".
Uh-huh.
6'3".
Yeah.
I had when I was playing. So I
No, no,
played.
no. Let's go back. High school. What positions did you play in high school?
Oh, I played guard in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I played guard. I
The
played
one
two
or
or
the
three in
two?
high school.
Okay, two and
Two,
three. Okay.
two or three. When I got to college, Fisher College. Yeah, I could look this up. I played point in college.
Okay.
I played point in college my freshman year. I think freshman year I averaged about 10 and 3, maybe 10 points, 3 assists my freshman year.
Okay.
Sophomore year, I'll say I probably averaged like 14 and 5.
All right. So
So
you was decent out there when you was
definitely,
handling the
definitely,
field.
definitely decent. Wasn't a great shooter, but athletic, good
Okay.
rebounder, smart, always smart, man. Because the thing about basketball, I always say like you got to know your personnel, but also in life too. Like people really got to be real with themselves. I had people around me who were super nice,
Mm-hmm.
so I know my role and I know how to get busy. So
Yeah.
I know that if this guy could get 20 points and we could get the dub, I'm getting him the ball. But I know when I got to play my position and do what I do, I'm doing it at the highest level possible. And I know they can
Absolutely.
rely on me. So I
Absolutely.
always was a player who was smart, always, good athlete, always like nice handle, definitely nice handle, getting assists and all that shit like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love the game, man. I'm
Yeah.
definitely a student of the game.
Growing up, they used to tell us all the time, know your personnel.
You
You know,
got to,
and that's just not on the basketball court. That's just life. Know your personnel. Who's next
for
to you?
sure, for sure.
What are they capable of? And if you are the point guard and you're the one that's running everything, you should know everybody and what they're capable of, their strength and weaknesses, and where to put them
Yep,
on the court, where they're going to perform their best at, and where they're not going to perform good at. You know,
yep,
Yep.
for sure. Definitely,
absolutely.
definitely. I still, I tried to play like the past 6 months. I got on the court. No, like 7 months ago. Me and my wife just had twins last year, so I got a
God
1 year
bless you.
old.
God bless you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
But I tried to get back on the court. I said, man, I'm out of shape. I was still feeling good, man, but I ran out of court like 12 times, 10, 12 times. I was like, yeah, I love this shit, but I gotta get on the track first, man. Like
Hmm.
they was getting, it was a different level, man. But they still balling out here where I live. So,
Hell yeah, it's different when you ain't got no wind in your lungs, man.
man, who you telling?
It's a lot different. I can hear it in you right now because I'm ready to start breathing heavy and take a nap just from listening to you.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. So growing up, who was you watching watching during basketball season? Or who was your favorite players to pay attention to?
So growing up, like I always was like a Barkley fan growing up. Like I was
Barkley?
Barkley. Yeah, I
Who
love
that
Charles
in?
Barkley. I thought Barkley was nice. Um, I mean, I'm definitely like from the Allen Iverson era. Like Barkley was when I was a young kid or whatever. Like, but Allen Iverson era, it's like he's huge for the culture, and I always give him his flowers.
Got to.
Um, I mean, obviously, I know y'all from the city of the greatest player ever, so I can't deny that. Jordan's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life. And I have this thing
Just
that I
like what
always
you
say to
say.
people. I say to people all the time, I say, the reason why I know Jordan's the greatest player ever is because I know he missed shots. I just don't remember him missing.
Mm.
I don't remember Jordan missing.
Mm.
I try to think about it, but I just don't remember it. Like I
That's
don't remember.
fire.
I only remember him hitting
Facts.
tough buckets. And I done seen LeBron,
Ooh.
I've seen AI, I've seen everybody else. But I think back and when I'm watching against the Knicks, against I'm a Nets fan against my Nets, I'm like,
Mm.
I don't remember this guy missing.
You know
So
why
when
that
people,
is? Because nowadays it's flop culture. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Back then they eat them fouls and try to keep the game going. Now they try to put the spotlight on the foul. You know what I'm saying?
that shit is whack.
So that
Shit is
like
whack.
every bad move is highlighted.
Yep. Yeah,
You
man.
know?
It's different. It's different levels when we talk about greatness because, like me, even just thinking about it, how much I love ball. When I used to watch Jordan play, and shout out to Pippen too, super nice. But when I watched Jordan play, I said to myself, like, I know he's unguardable. I know he's gonna shoot the shots he want to shoot, and I know everybody's scared of him. So that's how I
Right.
know he's the greatest player of all time. Because everybody that I saw, they were playing defensive. They was playing defense scared of him. So that's all. I'm gonna stand on that.
Salute to all the smoke podcasts. Have you watched that with Reggie Miller on there?
Of course,
You seen that?
of
And he
course.
said, all right, he said Michael Jordan wasn't just good, he was great. He said, and the things that make him great are the things you kind of just take for granted. He said, if you give him the ball anywhere on the court, every move that he does on one side of the court, he can do on the other side of the court.
Yep,
If you make him go left, he can go left. If you make him go right, he's just as stronger going
yep.
right.
No answer.
No answer for him. You can't give him a 15 to 17-foot jump shot because that's what he want,
Yeah, and
right?
that's the easiest part of his game.
You understand me? And then if you try to force the double, he knows how to field the game with his legs,
Yep,
so he can turn his back to everybody and he can go into a fadeaway shot. And then if he wants to, he can drive past you strong enough and get to the basket, and he gonna either give you a pretty layup or he gonna boom on you.
yep,
He said
and
Michael Jordan was well put together. He said there aren't many guys. He said after him it was only Kobe that could do all that.
yep, and also too, people don't talk about the hands enough.
Come on,
Pause.
the hands, bro.
The hands. People don't talk about
Fam,
the hands enough. He was
fam,
he was treating the basketball like a baseball,
like a Nerf
and the
Like a
ball,
and
bro.
softball.
this
Like a softball,
Yeah.
yeah.
the shit he was doing with the ball, it was crazy, and we won't see that ever again.
Mm-mm.
We the person who's doing that now in the league is Kawhi. No, nowhere that comparison is not there. But the way it's like a myth. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you know the greatest version of Jordan we saw was the lesser athletic version of Jordan. That's why I know he's the greatest because we saw when he was really like destroying the league. That was when he wasn't really dunking on people the same way. He wasn't dribbling and crossing everybody through the lane. Doing
Picking
he
spots and picking the game apart.
that's my he so he was the greatest here too. Like he
Mm-hmm.
just knew once he knew it, he was like, all right, this shit easy. I'ma
Mm-hmm.
smoke cigars, I'ma hang with the homies, and I'ma come to the game and score 40 and
I'm
I'ma
a
sit out the third quarter.
My nigga,
And
I'm
go
gonna
get some.
talk yes,
Yeah.
sir. I'm gonna go talk shit with y'all. I'm gonna go hang out with y'all. We gonna hang out till 2, 3 in the morning. I'm gonna go back to the room and probably do the same thing for a little bit longer.
Yep,
But game time, y'all better have y'all shit together. Cause I am gonna be ready.
Cause I'm coming.
yep.
Right. Cause I'm
Yep.
coming.
And he wasn't
Yep.
and the thing I really say about like Jordan that I hear all these stories about these players, how he would play cards with them. I was like, man, Jordan tricked y'all niggas because he was going to be ruthless regardless. Like he was still going to be friends with y'all, but he was the one player who said, "Once I get between those lines, I'm going to destroy you. This is my legacy." Like those other guys, they had that mentality too, but it's a different level. Because I hear all these, yeah, we would play cards with them, and I hear Barkley and all these people talking about it. I'm like, man, I wouldn't have done that.
Mm-mm.
I
You're
wouldn't have done that
socializing
because
with your you're
yeah,
socializing with your killer.
With your
You know
enemy.
what I'm saying?
I
With your
feel
Right.
like
enemy.
they
Nigga trying to take your head off. You out your fucking mind?
And you're out here,
exactly
hey, we should probably go play golf.
Right.
Nigga, he competitive as hell. He's competitive to no
with
end.
everything.
My
He
nigga,
gonna turn this into a problem for you.
we
With
up to 3 in
everything.
the morning and we smoking and drinking with this nigga, man.
And he
Hmm.
competitively doing that.
Competitively doing that. And what they
With
said
everything.
about him, what they also said about Jalen Rose even said it. He was like, I honestly think he was looking for a reason to go harder. He was looking for something to keep himself going. You know what I mean? Because he
Hmm.
already knew that he was better than everybody, but he was looking for something
Easily,
to give
yeah,
him, yeah, give him another edge.
yeah,
Push him to another
yeah.
level.
I mean that in my like I think sometimes like that's a form of insanity. But I mean I love Jordan, but that's
I
a
do
form of
too.
insanity. Like where
I do too.
you know you're the greatest player, but you trying to find any little thing to say like, nah, I'm gonna kill these niggas. Like
Listen.
you
We
gonna
talking
find
about a
anything.
guy. We're talking about a guy that's 3-time defensive player, 11-time scoring champion, 6-time NBA champion. Right?
Hmm.
We talking about somebody who was just winning, not putting up stats. We talking about winning, bro.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
stats, winning.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say this again for everybody that's listening very clearly. Just this one little sentence. when Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, and those guys were winning championships, no one won a fucking thing. You got second place.
Yeah. He had to leave the league for anybody to be able to get anything.
That's it. That's it. When Mike was eating, nobody else ate.
And
The
he would have
ratings and
had,
everything was good. Y'all ate that way, but
yeah,
on that court winning rings, y'all couldn't have a fucking thing, bro.
he was supposed to have 8 championships.
Yeah, I'll say it might have been seven, 7 out of 8. Because I don't know for sure, but because it's Mike, we'll just say 8. We'll say
Hakeem
8.
Hakeem was getting busy,
He was getting
but
busy. He was.
not from what I saw, he would have had 8. He would have had
Yeah.
8.
So my only thing is Akeem was nice, and we didn't have nobody that could compete with that.
He could have guys 35.
True, but they
Cause
did. They still had weapons though.
that's the thing. You got two of the best defensive players of all time. Jordan would have guarded one. Somebody let Hakeem get his 35. Jordan could have locked up somebody. Pippen would have locked up
You right.
somebody else.
You right.
It
And
just was a
then
better team and good coaching. But Houston, great team. I love Hakeem. Kenny Smith is my guy. I love Vernon Maxwell and I love Horry. Even Sam Cassell, like they had a great team. But
that's what
you
I'm saying,
going
bro. They
going
had
against.
weapons over there.
But listen, y'all from Chicago. Y'all know that team that the Bulls had during that time.
That team was crazy, bro.
Everybody knew they role too.
Yeah,
And
that's
if
a
they
fact.
didn't know they role, Jordan was gonna punch them in the eye, and they would have knew they role.
He said punch him in
So
the
it
eye.
was, it was. So everybody knew they role. So it was, and 6 rings is great. You know what I'm saying? Best player ever. I'm standing on that. So
Mm-hmm. We right there with you. We right there with you. I
Jordan
don't.
Jordan was the Jordan was the captain of a team you don't see no more.
yep,
Mm-mm.
You
Mm-mm.
know what I'm saying? You don't see that leadership no more. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
different league. Everybody's softer. Like so, it's not the focus on winning. It's more the focus on like friendships and like I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's a different league back then.
Yeah, it's a little softer now, like the way the league is. And like they said, is that flop culture is a really, really, really big thing where these guys
Yep.
can damn near fall over and get a foul for anything. And it's really fucking up the game because you stop on the floor of the game just so you could get a foul. There are better ways to
Yeah.
do that. Drive to the bucket and get a real foul, but it's the
Yeah.
game is a lot different and it shows because these guys are also getting hurt at a more rapid pace too. Mike played what, 7 seasons, 82 games straight? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you basically lining up all the facts for why he's the greatest player.
Yeah. We
Like
talking
you're
about one
lining
of the
up.
few people to do that.
Yeah.
Went out
And
there and
People
tried to
about
don't even
play.
talk about people don't even talk about like why he played for the Wizards. People don't talk about like the whole
hmm
the financial windfall didn't even go to him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He did that shit on the house.
Yep.
And that money
He
went to that money went to the survivors and
yep.
victims of 9/11.
A lot of people don't know that. He looked at that
You
shit
know what I'm
like
saying?
I love basketball still, but this ain't doing that for me. I'm already solidified. So I definitely respect that.
For sure. For sure. All right, we're gonna switch the topics over because we could be on basketball and boxing all day, which is my favorite topics and shit. So let's get back into the music side of things. All right, we know about your early influences. What made you get into hip hop?
Nobody ever asked me that question. What made me get into hip hop? I think, man, I just think I think it was just destiny, to be honest with you.
Word.
I grew up in a house that was very religious. Like my parents was always in church every day. My parents, like my evangelist, like just very strict Pentecostal background, right? So I didn't really listen to hip hop until I was about 13. So
Mm.
what happened to me is when I listened to hip hop around 13, I said, "Oh, this shit is dope." Like I'm used to listening to gospel, so I'm hearing it, and everything just hit me like an overload. Like I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta hear this." So I just went crazy. I just got addicted. Like I gotta hear
Mm-hmm.
this, I gotta hear that. So I'm listening to all type of artists. I'm reading through all the magazines, and that's it. Just it felt right for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was that point in time where my parents wasn't as strict. They was like, we raised you good. You're not a bad kid or nothing. Do your thing. Do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew I wasn't going to wild out. So I just started liking music. I started listening to everything. So I became just addicted, man. And it was
Mm,
something where even we talked about basketball, like even playing basketball, when I really first started writing music was actually through basketball. I remember being on the bus in high school playing varsity basketball and everybody's rhyming and freestyling. And the first time I stepped out a little bit and I started freestyling, and I saw the expression they got from me rhyming as opposed to everybody else. It was like, oh shit, this guy is really nice. Like he was good with his words. So my oldest sister, I actually just spoke to her yesterday. She used to catch me with the little notebook, like writing lyrics down all the time and saying like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm writing my rhymes." And she used to laugh. So it
mm,
was
mm,
just
mm, mm.
something. It was just something that I don't know how it happened, but I think it was just from me being in church all the time and not being privy to that music. When I heard it, it just caught my ear so heavy that I've been stuck ever since. Man. Ever since I heard it, I've been stuck.
I fuck with that.
So,
I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Do you know one of your favorite verses from your favorite MC?
whew, you know what? I can't even. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to say that because I don't really. I would say like I would say Hove is my favorite MC,
Mm-hmm.
but I love so much other music. Like I said earlier, I love Bob Marley. Like I love
Word.
some songs that like I'm listening to jamming this morning on my way to work, and I'm just there's verses that I love, but I don't have a favorite verse. I
Okay.
have favorite albums,
Okay.
but favorite verses, nah, I like a lot of verses, but I
Name
like
your
favorite album.
name your top favorite albums all time. It doesn't have to be rap. It could be anything.
Okay, so favorite album: Bob Marley, Exodus. Jay Z the Blueprint, Outkast Aquemini, MF Doom Food, Food, um, and I'm gonna throw Illmatic there too. Nas Illmatic.
Nas Illmatic.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Dope. That's a dope list. That's a dope list. Outside of hip hop music, what else do you listen to?
I listen to rock and roll. I
Favorite
listen
rock and
to
roll artist?
favorite rock and roll artist. I would say I really like, as far as rock and roll, I really like Steely Dan a lot. I like their music. I think
Okay.
I like the instruments a lot in Steely Dan.
Okay.
Super white music, but I love that shit for some reason. My friends always clown me for that shit, but a lot of people don't know this too. Like, y'all know Peter Guns and Lord Tariq.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard? If it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably never would be going on. So tell me where you from, uptown, baby. That whole song is a Steely Dan song.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like the whole entire song is literally like the same exact beat with just different drums. Like so, when I really started deep diving into music, that's when I really started loving other music because I was like, where they getting these samples from?
Yeah.
Let me listen to
Yeah.
this. Let me listen to that. So it's I definitely love rock. I like reggae. I really start recently, like during COVID, I started getting more into like Afro beats a little more. My brother-in-law is Nigerian, so
Okay.
um, I started digging like their music. Obviously, Burna Boy and Wizkid, and there's this artist from actually, I don't want to perpetrate. I think this artist named Coffee is super dope.
Okay.
Super dope with a K. I've been listening to her music a lot, but I'm a music lover, man. Hip hop is my base, but I don't mind traveling outside of hip hop. Like my playlist, y'all will go crazy if y'all see my playlist. Y'all look at me like I'm the weirdest dude ever. My
Nah, we love
playlist
music,
might
bro.
my playlist might have some rock and roll on it. It might have some hip hop. It might have some R&B. I love Lauryn Hill, by the way. Obviously, she's from Jersey. And side note too, one of my favorite artists too, also from Jersey, who I didn't mention his album, but one of my favorite is Redman. Um,
Oh, fire, fire,
yeah,
fire.
so I got to shout out Red though, because I'm heavily, um, basically like my love for his lyricism is like on another level. I feel like he was the Eminem before Eminem, and he don't get his
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah. I hear you.
So,
I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Six, you got any questions?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, who have you collaborated with in the last few years, musically?
So the last few years, I've been kind of really just focusing on working on my projects and really with my producers. Previously, a producer that I worked with, Swiss Ivory from Switzerland, he actually a close friend of mine who I met in Boston, one of the first people I recorded with. He actually reached out to me about writing on the song that he had Jada Kiss on,
Mm,
and another artist named JC. So I've collaborated with Jada Kiss before through Swiss Ivory. I've collaborated with Papoose through Swiss Ivory as well. He's out in Switzerland. He's a DJ and producer doing his thing. I've collaborated with some dope indie artists from Boston. Most recently, who I've been collaborating with is Iron Mike from Staten Island.
mm.
He's dope. He used to be signed with the Wu Ruthless Bastards. I don't know if you ever heard the Swarm album from Wu Tang,
Yep.
whatever. Basically the song is Bastards. Like he's official. That's like my bro. That's a close friend of mine.
Okay.
But now if we speaking about today, man, I just got off the phone texting people right now. Like I'm collaborating with a lot of people, man. Right now I got probably like I would say like 10 or 15 songs with just different artists.
Good.
Um, and
Good.
that and that happened within the last 2 months because I really hopped back into the music thing the last 3 months. My sons they walking around and I'm getting a little more sleep, so I'm back able to record and do shit like that. So, but I'm open to collaborate with anybody, man, and I love this shit. So if somebody's dope and they think I'm dope, we'll cook up and make something that's worthy of people listening to.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. My next question. We're gonna stay in the music field. We're gonna
Let's do it.
stay into hip hop, right?
Let's do it.
All right. Jersey is known for having some good battle rappers. Who are your top three battle rappers from Jersey?
So Sue Surf, number one.
One,
Um, I would say I think Shotgun Suge is fire. He don't get
two.
enough credit
Shout out to
and
Shotgun Suge for losing weight, man. You're looking good, brother. You look
word.
good.
And I would say O Solo is a
Oh,
beast.
solo. Okay,
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
All
O
right.
Solo is a beast. So those would be my three as far as like spitters. But there's so many people in battle rap in Jersey who are super nice. But those are the three. Sue Surf is in a league of his own. Like he's probably like the top of like everybody's list in terms of if we talking about like Murder Mooks and we talking about like the Hitman Hollers and people who really like put on for the battle rap culture. He's up there with the elite people. So
He's a Swiss Army knife to me because people listen to him. Man, he ain't talking about nothing. He don't talk about nothing, and they think that they let the arrogance or whatever it is, his conceit, fill them with doubt towards him. And then he gets up there and he performs. It's some
mhm.
of the dopest shit you gonna hear, and it's coming from a very real place and a very raw place.
Yeah,
Salute to Sue Surf, man. I hope you come home soon, brother.
most
He's one of
definitely.
the dopest guys out there as far as battle rap goes. There are so many others from Jersey that you didn't name, but you're
A
lit.
lot.
Yeah, but the ones you named are good. Um,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on Arsenal?
I think Arsenal is so he Arsenal's up there. Like
Yeah,
I think Arsenal is like he's definitely in that mix. I'm just going by what I like. But Arsenal's dope. Official. For me he never had a bad battle in my opinion. Like he always put on. Sirius Jones is fire too. He from Jersey. So it's a lot. It's so many people from Jersey who battle rap. It's like we could go keep going down the list, but Arsenal's official, and I like the fact Arsenal, besides just being a battle rapper, man, like dope lyrics, everything. Like he makes good songs too. Sue Surf makes good songs as well. But
yeah.
Arsenal got the whole battle league and everything like that. So salute to him as well. But we got a lot of dope MCs
All right, we're gonna stay with the music. We're gonna stay with the music. Do you have
for
any
sure.
music coming out anytime soon?
Man, I got too much music coming out.
Awesome, awesome.
So I just recently I dropped Good Coffee Club 1 and 2. And
Okay.
so Good Coffee Club basically is so I had limited time
Mm-hmm.
to recreate music, but I'm addicted to this shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I really had to write. So I caught myself writing music while I'm commuting to New York City every day. I was going
Mm,
back and forth from Jersey to Soho every single day. So I'm writing my music, and I noticed two things that were common. I always had coffee in my hand,
mm,
and I was always listening to Slim's beats. So I said to myself, like, what's the correlation between this? Like, as soon as I sip my coffee, I go on a 37-minute train ride.
mm-hmm,
I'm writing some joints. I got these tracks. And then when I would go sit 12 o'clock, usually 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, go to the coffee shop, get my coffee, laptop or beats, write some more lyrics. I say, yeah, I'm going to call this project Good Coffee Club because this
mm,
project is based on two things that I absolutely love: coffee and hip hop.
yeah,
Most importantly, I love boom bap. So a lot of my stuff has been boom bap, soul samples
okay,
and stuff like that.
okay,
But those were opportunities for me to create in creative spaces that weren't of my norm, like weren't in the studio. I was basically turning the train into a creative space,
mm,
turning the cafe into a creative space, sitting there crafting these projects. So I was able to put together Good Coffee Club 1 and 2, and now August 2nd I got Good Coffee Club 3 coming out, and I'm actually doing a coffee giveaway at Boogie Down Boogie Down Cafe, Boogie Down Grind, pardon me.
okay,
That's in the Bronx. And basically, we just connecting with the people. The internet is cool, but we connecting with the people in a different way as well. Like, I'm trying to find people for my community. You know what I'm saying? So people who might like hip hop, they might like coffee. So I pull up to that cafe. They listen to the project. You know, we hooking them up with a free latte, a free coffee. Here, give her a quick review. Get on camera, give her a quick review if you like the song. So we tapping into the people in real life. You know what I'm saying? I could talk to people through the internet, but I actually got to be face to face with people. Yo, check this out. They're playing my music there. So that's the Good Coffee Cup 3. That's coming next. But man, I got 50 songs that's recorded right now on my
mm,
computer. I'm just in a real good space as far as music. I got so much to talk about. Like, I'm super happy about where life is going for me.
good,
My
good,
family, just everything's happening at the right time. So I got plenty of projects. I also just dropped a song called Rebuild with a producer out of Florida named Calito. So me and him have been working on a bunch of stuff. So we just dropped Rebuild. It's getting a good response. And
mm-hmm,
I got another project with Stash Low Man from Brooklyn. That's one of the homies too. He got a project dropping on the 28th, but me and him got a joint collab project coming out in a few months as well. So I'm just working, but man, I could go down the list. I got so much stuff. My email is pinging right now. I got a new
mm,
joint that I did with Classic, super dope artist. He's out of Iowa. Definitely look him up. Classic with a K. So me and him did like a few records, but I'm just working, man. I'm working with people who want to work with me. I'm working
absolutely,
with people who create dope music, people who are passionate. That's who I'm working with, and like people who got love for this shit. Cause I really love this, man. Like, I put my kids to sleep. I do what I need to do, work, do whatever, and I'm in my studio and I'm working. Like, I might do
word.
2 songs after we get off the line right now. I might do 2 or 3 songs. So
Name your top five hip hop producers.
top 5 hip hop producers.
You know it. Let's
All
hear
right,
them. Let's hear them.
Dr. Dre,
One.
Timberland,
Okay.
Premier,
Got to be in that.
Alchemist,
Mm,
and last for hip hop producers, I'm going to say, whew, Jay Dilla.
mm. Okay. Solid list. That's a solid list. That's a solid list.
Yep.
Yes, sir. If you could work with any producer or beat maker, who would it be?
Right now,
Right
or
now.
I
All
work with.
time. All time.
So right now, at the space I'm in right now, I work with Alchemist
Okay.
because he fit what I got going on. Like, that type of vibe when I'm hearing his tracks, like, it fits the type of music that I love. You know what I'm saying? So
Got
there's
you.
a lot of producers. It might be a producer that I think might be better, but I think right now, if I had the opportunity, I work with Alchemist. Like, he got so many records that people don't even know he did.
Mm.
So I definitely would say I work with him. And my second pick of somebody who I would work with, I would definitely say, um, presently, if I could work with somebody, it would be who's also a rapper. I'm gonna throw something crazy out there. I will work with Rock Marciano right now.
Yeah, I fuck with Rock. I
As
fuck
a
with Rock.
producer, I will work with him.
Yeah.
But if I had a chance to work with somebody else too, I think I would definitely work with Timberland to challenge myself because I'm always used to the dusty samples and
Mm-hmm.
the drum breaks and stuff. I would work with Timberland because it would make me create differently from the pocket that I'm in right now. So it would give
Mm-hmm.
me a challenge. But any one of them, man, if I was able to work with any one of them, man, I would body it. I would be so honored and I would just body everything. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. Who are the top five artists that you would like to work with?
top five artists I would like
Mm-hmm.
to work with.
Hold on,
Andre
hold on,
3.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Go
hold on, hold
ahead.
on. Before we finish that, I want to go back to Timberland.
Uh,
Because
I don't like
I
the
think, I
shit he
mean,
did. I don't
I
like
think
it.
it's a good conversation to have. I just think it's a good conversation to have.
I know where you're going. I don't like it though.
I think it's a good conversation to have because it ain't like somebody just made this up. It's like it literally happened, and like, and he admitted to it. That's the thing. It's like it's not that's not kosher for the culture
I
what he
agree.
did.
I
You
agree.
know what I'm saying? And
I agree.
especially knowing his legacy, I would expect that from a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So
That
I
right there is it's that's what I call somebody who climb up and they put a ladder up behind them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, y'all submit y'all music to me, and I'm gonna rate y'all and let y'all feel like y'all interacting with me. But the
Mm-hmm.
whole time, I'm doing something completely outside the scope of what you gonna ever believe I'm capable of doing because you believe in me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna do some grimy nigga shit and feed your music to this AI program to teach it hip hop without your consent. You see what I'm saying?
I
That's
totally get
crazy.
it. I think it's treacherous. And you know what? Me thinking about that list, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was basing it on the records that I love from him. But I'll be the
Right.
first one to admit it was some bullshit. First off, when I saw him with the company, I think it's called Suno. When I saw it,
Yeah.
I thought about it. I'm like, well, I mean, for him, I don't mind it because he already was capable of making dope shit without AI, right? So that's how I looked at it. But I did hear about the theft, which I'm totally against when I heard about the artist beat. So I can't fuck with a nigga who's stealing beats.
Mm.
But if we talking about legacy and his body of work, I give him his credit for what he did and for the records that I love. But I
Right.
can't condone somebody like stealing somebody's records or stealing somebody's work. And you know what happens too? Sometimes it gets cloudy because
Yeah.
you know the type of bag they throw in for that.
You know
You
that? You see
It's a
what I'm
nice one.
saying?
It's a
so
nice one.
so so you get clouded. Not and the thing is like for somebody who don't have money, it's like easier for them to say like I gotta take this shit. But it makes it hard for him because he already is in a good position in life. He
That's like
collecting royalties for life. So
that's like owning a dry cleaner. And your customers bring their clothes to you, they may or may not check their pockets. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? And you say, yeah, I'll clean your clothes, but the whole time you taking all the valuable shit that they have in their pockets and never even bring it to their attention that that's what you're here to do. And
Yep.
now you done came up on all these jewelry and watches and shit like that because
hmm
you are taking advantage of people who trust you.
Mm-hmm.
This shit. I mean, as you know, this shit is grimy, bro. You know this whole
Yeah.
game. This game is so
It
grimy.
never been done on Front Street like that before.
Yeah, this shit, the
Never.
whole shit is grimy. So even the people who you don't expect to do that, that's why the industry is the industry. And I always said, like, man, if I was a part of it, cool, but I wouldn't be a part of it. I would be a part of it, but I wouldn't be a part of that shit. Like, because it's the morals in it. It really come down to the morals of it. Because at the end of the day, he had a choice. He could have just, took people music and try to put people on. But when you do shit like that to make yourself come up, like, the shit is fucked up. So I don't agree with it.
I don't
You know.
either. I don't either, brother. I
So
think it was foul what he did, but at the same time, if you're listening to the conversation or the dialogue that he's having with some of those guys when they're talking to him about it, it was very nonchalant and dismissive to me, it sounded like he was just like, well, I got the bag already. I really don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I'm gonna listen, but I don't
Exactly.
care. You know, just from what I was hearing, that's the way I
Yeah.
took it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
like
he
shit,
was
I done
talking to
already spent
Guru.
some of that money. I
Yep.
Yeah.
already spent some of that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
knew
know what I'm
I
saying?
felt it because I didn't watch the whole thing, but when I saw him talking to Guru, I was like, he don't really care. He's like, yo, I'm rich, I got richer. That's just what it is, and that's like normal. So
Man,
I hate that.
him
I hate that
talking,
that's the norm,
man,
but
that was a crazy conversation.
mhm.
Yeah.
Guru
I
was
was just curious. I was curious about your take on it. That's all.
Nah, for sure.
Because I
I
know it's
appreciate that question because I totally
yeah.
forgot about it. When I saw it, I was like, this nigga wilding. But thinking back at it, like looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that shit is fucked up. When the artists start coming out, because you see stuff on social media and you see them like, oh man, he stole his beat or whatever. And sometimes I look into it because I don't know how much is factual. I always say, like, I don't know the real facts behind everything. I don't like to put my 2 cents into everything because I don't be knowing.
You
But
don't. Yeah. Same
what
way I
I
feel.
do know is he got to deal with Suno. So that part I know. So
Hmm.
yeah, not
Yep.
really feeling that. So
Yeah. I would like to hear you do more dope music, which is something that we haven't heard you do. And for him to do that, I was like, yo, this dude has a legendary career. What are you doing? Like, why scar it like that? Why mark it like that?
yeah, yeah,
You know?
hits.
He also said though, he said in the interview, he don't be thinking about legacy like that.
Mm.
He said
I
legacy
mean,
is overrated.
so I never heard that,
I
and
did. Yeah. I was like,
I
damn, man.
think I think differently, and that's his opinion, but it's not overrated. It's just legacy has a kind of it leans close to your character a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? So I disagree with him, but I don't know his bills, but that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I can't see myself doing no shit like that. I don't know that man bills. I don't know what he got going on, but in reality, you want to have some type of morals in this shit. Like just on your day to day,
Man,
you want to have some sort of morals. So
yeah, that's facts right there.
Hell yeah,
Absolute
man.
facts.
Hell yeah. Do you do any production on your own?
yes, I do production on my own. I started really making beats during COVID. Like I always dabbled in beats, but during COVID I really started like cooking up beats. But I haven't really put too much stuff out. Like I think I put out one song that I did called Matrix. I put that out as a track that I fully produced. But
Mm-hmm.
I got Slim, man. I got Slim. He's a monster. So he cooks up like he knows exactly what I'm thinking. So it's like he sent me a pack every other week. I got hundreds of beats. Like he knows what I'm thinking. Like he knows the where I'm going with this whole Good Coffee Club. He knows that I'm at this mature level with this music. He knows what I. It's almost like he knows what I want to say.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to. Like as far as the recording and stuff, like I'm super passionate about the engineering stuff. Like I record my own stuff. I do some mixes here and there. I like that, the audio, but the production, man. Like for instance, Six, you said you've been doing this so long. I feel like a jerk trying to say that I'm gonna be primarily a producer with 3 years of experience. Like, yeah, I got my shit, I got a machine, I got an MPC. Like, I
That's
feel
what they
like a
do out
jerk.
here, though.
I mean that yeah, I can't see myself like that. But if I got nice enough and people's like, yo, your beats is hitting, cool, that's what's up. But I got people who really put in that time and they really dope at what they do, and I respect the producers. So
Hell yeah.
I ain't one of those people who don't like every producer who I ever worked with. Like they know they
You
got
got to
an
give them that
invoice.
credit. You got to give
They
them that
got their
credit.
credit. They got an invoice. Like I respect what people do because I know what that shit takes. Like I know how it is when I'm crafting my bars. So I'm like, man, you putting in work to make this happen for me. Like you giving me the foundation for this shit. So I respect the producer. So I got some good people that I work with. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gotta have those people around you, man. Gotta have people like that keep you grounded, and the ones that don't just keep you grounded, but they keep you competitive and reaching new heights and using up your ingenuity for the purpose
of
of
course,
making dope ass music. You know?
got you. You need that
Hell
always.
yeah. Hell yeah. I love some good ass music. I love some
Yeah.
dope ass production anywhere I can get it. You
Hmm.
know? And you yourself, you're a Swiss Army knife as well, right? You got the production going on. You're doing the writing. You're doing beat making, but you also have people around you. You know, you want to shout out anybody that's helping you with your music as far as engineering or beat making or anything like that,
Yeah, man. So it's
or
really
any
just
artists.
it's really Slim Boy D. He out of Coral Springs, Florida. I'm working with Carlito. You know, my mix engineer, Johnny Barber's a beast. Like he's my mix engineer. He masters everything. But you said Swiss Army knife, man. Music is one thing that I do. But man, outside of music, man, I stay. Man, my main skill is connecting people, man. I connect with so many people. And even if it's not for myself, I'm
Mm-hmm.
connecting somebody else to what they need. Back in the day, I used to book my own shows. I done did over 30, 40 shows without no help. I booked them myself. I reached
Wow.
out to the venue. I know how to get it done. I went to school for marketing and business, so I know how to get things done. I know how to do my social media. So I know how to connect people and I know how to find what I need and find what other people need. So Swiss Army knife is correct, man, and I'm thankful that I have a multitude of skills. But definitely Slim, definitely Johnny and Carlito, and again, I can't list every artist, but it's a lot of people who I'm fans of, you know, real fans of producers and artists. So, and I support them and I show them love, man. Like so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Six, any other questions you want to ask him?
Nah, man. It was a
You
good
good?
conversation.
You
Yep.
good? You see how this guy does me, man, all the time? I gotta ask all the questions, you
Nah,
know?
it's
Nah, man.
flowing, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? The question he asked was perfect, though, man. He caught me off guard with that shit. So he definitely a good question for me, though. So,
Yeah, I'm listening to you so I know what I'm responding to. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And, you know, that's all. I don't want to just ask like a whole list of just bullet points. I'm just going off, let the conversation flow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
got you.
For sure. All right, Spit, tell them where they can get your music, where they can find you, your Instagrams and all that, all your socials.
Yeah, so most importantly, man, they can find my music on spitsnelson.com. My
Mm-hmm.
website is up. I got my merch there. I'm actually about to put Good Coffee Club 1, 2, and 3 all in a bundle pack. It's going to come free with anybody who purchases merch. But I'm on Instagram at Spitz Nelson and Twitter at Spitz Nelson on YouTube, man. But I'm gonna be a lot more places. They're gonna see me in public though, at a local coffee shop, man, and probably
Okay.
in Chicago. I'm gonna be everywhere. My goal
Cool.
at the end of this year is going to be to do a good coffee club tour, and it's going to be an intimate setting, and I'm hoping to do like 20 different cafes, 20 different
Mm.
cities, and it's going to be sponsored by a coffee company. So I'm speaking that into existence.
Okay. Hey,
So
while you're thinking of doing that, there's a place in Chicago called Sip and Savor.
okay,
It's a coffee shop. It's black owned.
dope.
All right. If you want me to link you to them, I can do that.
Please do,
All right.
please do.
Bet
I
it
would
up.
definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
Bet it up. Bet it
Cool.
up. Anything else you want to speak on or shout out before we get up out of here, my brother?
Man, I just want to shout out y'all brothers, man, for taking the time. It was definitely a pleasure meeting y'all, man. I love chopping it up with people who love music, and man, this is a great opportunity. So shout out to y'all, man. But definitely look out for Good Coffee Club 3. It's dropping August 2nd, man. So I'll make sure y'all get it. And 6, man, I gotta hear some production, man. So we gotta figure out how to connect so I can hear some production, man. I would love to get an opportunity to work with you and cook something up too. So
Definitely, definitely.
cool.
There it
We'll be in
is.
contact. We'll definitely be in
Okay.
contact.
There it
Perfect. Sounds
is.
good to me.
All right, ladies
Cool.
and
But I
gentlemen,
appreciate that.
that is another podcast. And as always, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. We are done here. Y'all have a good one.
Yo, peace,
Peace.
brother. Be safe.
Yes, sir.